Still at Gamescom at Ubisoft, I'm here with the writer of Assassin's Creed Revelations. Will you tell us a bit about the game? When does it pick up in the storyline and what we're going to see about Altair and Ezio?
Okay. Assassin's Creed Revelations picks up about 4 years after the end of Brotherhood. Ezio has now matured. He's a master assassin and a mentor to a lot of the assassins in Italy. But of course, Italy is now a much safer place thanks to him. So he's using this opportunity to travel to Masyaf in what is modern-day Syria, to the location of the first Assassin's Creed, Masyaf Castle, where Altair, our first assassin, lived and spent a lot of his life. And Ezio is curious about the rumors he's heard of a library that Altair built near the end of his life beneath Masyaf Castle, but nobody is sure what Altair locked away in that library. So Ezio would like to be the first one to find out, because he's got some questions of his own. If you're a fan of the series, you know that Ezio has seen some rather strange things in his life, and so he'd like answers to a lot of those questions. And so that's where it begins, and it quickly goes bad. His vacation turns into a fight against the Templars again. This time, Templars fighting under a Byzantine banner. So that's
okay. I saw a presentation and we had like one sequence where we get one of the keys. How many are there again?
There are 5 keys to this library, most of which the Templars have one of them, but most of them are hidden throughout Constantinople in the Ottoman Empire.
So be on the search for the history, could we say, about Altair. So we'll be playing Altair in these situations, in these flashbacks, if you will. Are there any scenes where you go see something from Altair or play as him?
Yes. Each time Ezio finds a key, the player will get to play a full mission based on around a momentous event in Altair's life. So the one that we saw in the demo actually takes place before Assassin's Creed 1. It takes place at about 2 or 3 years before Assassin's Creed 1, when Altair is sort of making a name for himself, when he first stands out as a very skilled master assassin himself, and that's probably when he starts to become the arrogant Altair we know at the beginning of Assassin's Creed 1.
For his fall.
Yes.
Okay. If you will, could you tell us something about the multiplayer? There will be new features, I guess, the bombing and new stuff. Yeah. What are the key features that make the multiplayer better?
Yeah. Well, we've had a year to kind of now test the multiplayer out in the wild, and we've learned a lot of things about matchmaking to try to get people into matches, about friends lists, and then general small tweaks about how to different ways of scoring. I think it's much easier to figure out, like, when you're going to kill somebody, how many points you'll get. It was a bit difficult to tell, I think, in the last one for beginners to the game. Now we've streamlined that, and then we've just added a lot of tiny little features that make the game more strategic and things like that. We have, of course, new maps, a lot of new modes. We've showed, I think we've showed Artifact Assault and a deathmatch. And then on the single-player side of the multiplayer, we've actually taken quite a few of the multiplayer characters and we put them in the single-player game, and we've given them complete backstories, and they're all Templars, of course, because that's what they are in the multiplayer. But you will actually, like, as in Brotherhood, we've actually taken a step further. So a lot of the multiplayer characters have names and full stories, and you will go on like assassination missions to try to take those guys out as well.
If we are in characters, are there any modification abilities or possibilities to do in game?
Yeah, we have. You can customize some of your multiplayer characters to an extent. I think we have an emblem system. You've seen videos of guys running around with emblems on their back. So yeah, you can kind of customize your character a little bit more.
Okay, sounds great. One last question about the environments. What kind of environments are we going to see, and how many?
In the single player and multiplayer.
Just single player before
single
that?
Player. So our main city is Constantinople or Istanbul. Yep. And it's almost as big as Rome from the previous game. We also have an area in what's now Turkey called Cappadocia. There's a hidden city there, and then Masyaf and the village surrounding it will also be. And then some parts outside Masyaf are also explorable. So those are the main 3 areas of our game.
In the story. All right, in multiplayer we have like maps from the previous games.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the maps from the previous games, but we have new maps, Rhodes, Antioch, and a few others. Yeah.
All right. All right, great. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Looking forward.